Hello everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful, blessed day, and today's title of the video is Digging Down to Bedrock. We're calling this building block number four. So if you've been watching, you guys can make sure to go to roberthollis.com/free, get a title of my book for free, PDF. And also what you can do is go to YouTube and roberthollis.com YouTube. YouTube.com/Robert Hollis. There you go. So, hey, Craig, how you doing? Hi, Bill. Hey, Eric. Nice to see you on here. Thank you, Facebook, for letting everyone know. Hello, Lisa. We'll go ahead and get started here. This is going to be a short chapter today. And again, it's called, digging down to bedrock, okay? And again, this is the book that I've been teaching out the basics on how to build a large, successful, multi-level organization. It's so funny how few people in 35 years of doing this industry and how few people understand this industry. And if you don't understand it, it's not going to build long term. So I never thought of this. I'll just go ahead and share with you guys here. This is my daily choice app that we have on the phone here. And what I want to do is I just want to share with every one of you that the goal here is for me to show you how to build, 14,000 people that are responsible for your income. You know what I mean? So 3156. I was going to go back and look at a video when I started this, and I think it was under 3,000 people that were on subscription. We call it subscription now. So since I started this videos, I think we've added 156 people on subscription since I started these videos less than a week ago. So hello, Melody. Hello, my lovely wife. Hi, Jim. Craig, thank you so much again for posting that. Dustin, Linda, Kai, Curtis, Ola, Danielle, John, Pat, and here we go. Okay, we're going to go into this one now. It starts out with a story. One of the things that's pretty amazing about this is some of you might not know this, but you see the pictures here of building a building. So in chapter 5, building block 4, napkin presentation 4, this is really important about how much time this takes, but also how worth it is. It's 1,000% worth it for you to be able to make a full-time income in this company and never, ever, ever, ever have to work for anybody again. What is that really worth? What is that really worth? And so, I showed a diagram in some of the other videos. The goal is, what if we could go out there and just get you, to a consistent, $4,500 a month, a consistent $5,000 a month. That's $60,000 a year. And so here's how you do it is when you look at a foundation, he talks about when you're looking at a brand new house being built or a brand new big building being built. It seems like it takes forever. It seems like it takes forever for them to dig the foundation. So when you dig the foundation, I was explaining this to Terry because a lot of people don't know, if you just put a foundation on top of the ground, the foundation will break. And that's like the salesman syndrome. You just keep bringing people in, people bringing in, and you do what is called hope marketing. Cross your fingers marketing. You're hoping, I hope these people do the business. Oh my God, I hope they do the business. And they don't. And they don't go out and build a foundation. So when they're not making money or they see their checks drop or their rank drop, they're on to another company. And what's so funny is that, not really funny, it's sort of sad, that they never took the time to build the foundation. So that's why their business crumbles. So, and here's something that a lot of people won't state. There's people that I know that have made over $1 million in this industry that don't know this information. They don't apply it. They don't teach it. They They just keep doing the salesman syndrome. So there are people duplicate and do the salesman syndrome. And so they don't have a foundation. And, you know, it shows right here, you know, that if you don't have a foundation, then what happens is that you could be 130 people wide, but without a foundation down to the bedrock, your business is going to fall apart. It's going to start dropping, and people are going, so why would you continue to do that? Why would you continue I see people that are on this feed with me all the time. And the very next, that day or the next day, I'll look at their page and they're like, it's like, oh my God. It's such a crack up, man, for me anyway, that you can show people exactly what they need to do and then they won't do it. So let me give you just a brief thing on building a foundation. The first thing you do is you want to dig down past the ground layer dirt, right? And then you see them build a little deeper, and they keep building deeper. And where I'm from in Montana, North Dakota, we actually drive down till we hit that bedrock. And then that's where you build the foundation. And then you build the walls up from the basement. Here in California, you know, totally different thing. But when you're building a business, and I talk about, you know, this structure right here, it's what they'll do is they'll dig a hole, and they'll keep digging this hole and digging this hole and digging this hole, and it seems like it takes forever, but it doesn't. But it just seems like it does. It seems like every day you show up, it seems like they're still building the foundation, and you show up every day and they're still building the foundation. Then all of a sudden, when they get into bedrock and they keep digging, they'll dig down deep into the bedrock, the solid part of the earth. And then what they'll do is they'll drop in dynamite. And what they do is at the very bottom of that hole, it'll blow a great big giant hunk out of the bedrock, the hard rock. Isn't it funny when bedrock, I keep saying bedrock, I sit there and I think of Flintstones. So, you know, the little thoughts that come in my head. And then when they blow that up, so you got this long column, if you can think like a toilet paper roll, or maybe a paper towel roll, and then it's in that deep rock, and then down at the bottom, it's like say a size of a softball on the bottom of that. So then what they do is they put all their rebar and they put everything down in there, and then they fill it with concrete. And then when they fill it with concrete, it's got this ball at the bottom that can't go through the hole going all the way up. That's filled with rebar, which is made out of steel. Sometimes they actually put steel girders inside of it, and then they build it up with concrete. Those are the, you know, in this example, these would be the four corners of the stability of the skyscraper going all the way up. And then what they do is they build a foundation, and then they come up from that. But everything's built on these pillars. And so what people don't do is they just bring people in and they want them to figure it out. Then they just bring people in, they want them to figure it out. Then they just bring people in, that want them to figure it out. If you take the time to drive in depth, again, true duplication. And a lot of you are saying, well, you know, my people won't introduce me to any of their people. Maybe they're not, because the simple reason is you're not teaching the right things. You don't understand the right things. How difficult is it, really honestly, to have people say, well, listen, before I share something with you, do you know of anyone that would like to make some extra money, like a couple $100 or whatever a month? And it's like, what is this? Why are you interested? Well, I could be. And people could show the very first video that I do on, you know, steps to freedom and success, steps to success and freedom. And then a person would get to see how you build this. And if they're going, wait a minute, I just need to build a couple of pillars, and you grab those people, and then they do the same thing, and they do the same thing, and they do the same thing. And here's a question that I always ask every leader. Have you ever driven deep and found someone that has out-earned you, has earned more money than you in your career? And usually the answer is no. Now, I don't have anyone in my group that out-earns me. Then you're not doing this business correctly. Did you catch that? You're not edifying and promoting. You're not driving in depth. You're not sharing them the information. Where I say to people ask me, one guy reached out the other day and he says, why are you so on to this Don Fala stuff? And I said, he got what I want. I want 1 million active people in my group. 1 million active people. If I had 1 million active people in my organization, that would be what? 90 million in volume a month? You take that times 12. God, is that right? I took 90 times 12. That would be $1 billion in volume a year. Is that correct? Oh my God. Or at least 100 million, right? So anyway, I lost. I was going like, numbers are going in my head, you know, how much that would be, right? And I'm going, listen, if someone else did it, so can I. If someone else did it, so can I. But really what this is all about is how many people jump in a business, they have unrealistic expectations, they want to make 10 grand in 2 days, and they don't take the time to go through the people that are necessary, that are willing to, you know, go through a couple of building block videos and start building a foundation. Because once you got people, I was telling my wife that, you know, here I am, an auto mechanic, no electricity, and someone took the time to teach me how to do this, and I've been doing this for 35 years. See, that's loyalty. That's teaching someone the proper way of doing this business. My mentor made me unemployable. You know, once you experience a luxury, you can never go back. So it's like one time riding first class or one time in a private jet. You don't want to ride cattle class anymore. Tell you how spoiled Terry and I are, and I hope this video gets out there. We messed up one time, and we're flying out of Orange County and Orange County John Wayne Airport to Las Vegas, and Delta doesn't fly out of there. So we decided to fly on Southwest. And I'm telling you, that was it. My wife was saying, I'll drive. And we did. The last mastermind, we actually drove to Vegas because we're not going to experience that ever again. Because we've flown private and we've also flown through Delta one way, no drops, and fly first class. So why would you want to go backwards? But yet people who get in this industry, they'll go out and bring a bunch of people in, they'll create a little momentum, then the foundation will crack and everything falls over because there's not any depth in their group. You're not anchoring. You're not anchoring your group. Does that make sense? And so what was the last thing that was said in here? Yeah, it really truly all is really truly about these first 4 napkin presentations or 4 building blocks. This is all the person really needs to understand what they need to do. They need to understand if they wanted to make $60,000 a year, guess what? Sometimes you might have to go to school. Sometimes you might have to go through 4 years or more of college to get a degree. Then once you get a degree, you might then have to get a job and not get paid very much to get experience. And then eventually you can get to that 60K. So why is it that people throughout the world know that you got to get education, you got to be like sort of a grunt, start at the bottom, work your way up, and eventually you could get to this 60 grand or 100,000 a year, top 11% of the people on the planet. You know, you could do that, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time to find those people. And you got to find them the right way. You got to bring them in for the right reason. Do you know anyone that's interested in making six figures a year? That's different than, are you tired of spending too much money on your gas? It's a totally different philosophy of building. And that's when you really can see people that don't have it, because they'll say, I can't sell this stuff, and everyone in my group can't sell this stuff. That's because you brought them in with the wrong thinking. Their avatar is wrong. Their target is wrong. It'd be like, let me give you a really wild example. It'd be like if you lived in downtown New York, and while you're in downtown New York, people ask what you sell for a living, and you say, I sell trailer houses. What? Yeah, I'm looking for people that want to buy a trailer house and a trailer park. Do you know where you are? People here want to live in an apartment in a skyscraper. Yeah, but I'm. Why would you do that? I don't know. So anyway, that's the whole concept. What if this took you a couple of years? What if this took you 5 years? That's again why I know Amway and some of the companies that have been in this industry for years, why they're always, they don't talk about the product, they don't talk about the company, they don't talk about anything other than, circles, drawing circles. Let's say you come in, you purchase the products to be able to have a premium quality product. We teach other people to do that. And then you bring in, two, and then you bring in three, that bring in three, that bring in three, or bring in four, that bring in four, that bring in four. As I go through the different building blocks, you're actually going to see me draw out an entire game plan for master affiliate. And you'll see it. It's going to be a hexagon, 5 sides. Those 5 sides have a super affiliate, or 2 500Ks, or 4 250Ks, or 10 100Ks, and you just drive that out 5 different organizations, and you hit master affiliate. $1.2 million a year in expense money. And I know what some of you are saying. It's like, I don't need to do that. Well, whether you're building a skyscraper or whether you're building a shed for your tractor in your backyard, if you don't put in a foundation, the shed is going to rot. And when it rots and the baseboards on the shelter go, then it's going to start tipping. How many of you guys have seen, people that don't build foundations, and the whole building is just like, it's just a matter of time before it falls. So I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Have a really blessed holiday weekend. If you're listening to this video in the States, I want to say a special thanks to all those people that have served our country, including the families that supported them. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And if no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. Take care. Talk to you soon. God bless.